Hey loves, this is Thursday Theories video 5. The theory for today is self-respect is more attractive than confidence. Confidence fluctuates. Confidence can be performative. Self-respect is consistent. Having self-respect for yourself and others consistently is way more attractive than having all the confidence, wearing like the expensive outfits, like trying to prove something with your appearance in some way, or just acting in a way that can be like showing your worth, like your value, as in like withholding yourself to try to make yourself seem more valuable, like you can't get access to me. These energies, they all can be performative, and it's just not real. Self-respect shows who you are as a person. It shows like what you value, your morals and values, how you were raised. Even if you weren't raised this way, it just shows like who you became as you got older, and it just shows your maturity. Self-respect just means that you won't allow certain things, you won't allow certain people to walk all over you. You know your boundaries, and no one can touch you. And that's very attractive for like long-term love. Like quick things, that's a whole nother story. But confidence without self-respect, confidence, it's not that attractive. Like you need to have a combination of both for lasting love. So really think about yourself and think about like what your values are, like what your boundaries are, and have respect for yourself and others. Super important in order to really truly love someone for who they are, and for them to love you for who you are, not just about looks or this energy or this ego. Boundaries reveal self-worth instantly. Self-respect doesn't chase. So having those boundaries that this person understands who you are and you're set from the beginning in a respectful way. All of this is respectful, just letting someone know, I don't like when you raise your voice at me. That's just a boundary I have. When someone raises their voice at me, it gets me scared, and I get really like in a ball, and I just want to like run away, and I just have a lot of fear because I have trauma from my childhood of my parents yelling at me. So just little things like this, just letting boundaries be known in the beginning before starting a relationship, just so they're like, oh, sometimes I get angry and I just raise my voice. That's just how I am. Like one of the times I had a conversation with this guy who I was thinking about going on a first date with, and I asked him like, can you promise me that you would never raise your voice or yell at me? And he just kind of stood there, and he's like, I've never been asked that question before. And he was like, I don't know if I could promise that. I don't know what the future holds. And if something were to go down, like, I can't say that I would never yell at you. And when he told me that, I was just like scared, because that is a boundary. And if he can't control himself with anger, then I just know I don't know what the future holds when we're married and we have children. When life gets, what if something bad happens and we're struggling? I don't know if he's going to switch on me and then start screaming at me and treat me like a dog, or even, that's not even appropriate, but you know what I mean? Like treat me like really no one should be treated that way, in my opinion. To me, it's just, that's not, like, you don't respect someone if you're screaming or raising your voice at someone with anger, So that's just an example of just having boundaries and letting someone know before you guys even meet on a first date. You guys can do phone calls, or if you're someone that like wants to do that in person, you can as well. For me, I can already like understand someone over the phone. I don't want to waste time, so I'll ask deep questions just to kind of get through to certain answers. But yes, letting them know your boundaries, your hard boundaries in the beginning, is so important, and that shows that you have self-respect, and you're not going to let anyone just walk all over you, no matter what they look like, no matter how much money they have, like any of that. Like their net worth doesn't matter. You have self-respect. You know how you want to be treated and how you don't want to be treated. Next one, attraction stabilizes around respect, no validation. So attraction will stabilize around respect. So when you have respect for yourself and the person has respect for you, there's just respect all around. The attraction is just stable. It's not like highs and lows. There's not like roller coasters of emotions. Like everyone just has respect for each other and love for each other and wants to build a life together, wants to talk every day, wants to cuddle, wants to eventually build to marriage and eventually in the far future or whatever your timeline is to have children. Like, but having that stability of respect, just the respect builds that stable foundation for your relationship. So, but of course, this all starts with self-respect first. We need to respect ourselves first in order to truly be able to respect someone else, and then also have like a relationship that's just stable with so much love and respect. This applies socially and romantically, always. So not only for romantically, but socially as well. Just respecting others. Some people I found in friendships and stuff, they don't actually tell you their boundaries. And then you're just hanging out, you're talking and you're being yourself. And then you don't mean to, but you might have like hurt someone or accidentally said something that might have triggered them from their past. It can happen to anybody because someone wasn't like clear about their boundaries, or they just you're just new to that person, and some people don't do that, and they kind of get that little wound, and that can affect the whole relationship long term. So I do believe with friendships, also not only romantic relationships, we should have boundaries. I think with friendships and family, also letting people know like where you stand and why they can't treat you this certain way. With me and my family and my past siblings, like we'd get like kind of like loud, and like sometimes like it would escalate, and I just had to like let them know that like I can't go on like this as we get mature and become older, or I won't be able to be in your life as much. And then as communicating, even in family, when having those conversations really like shows it's maturity, really. It's just it's understanding and respect for each other, because it's hard when you grew up with someone your whole life and you didn't have a say back then, and things just happened, right? And you just forgive each other and move on. You guys don't even talk about it. But as we mature and get older, we become adults, so we start to learn to use our words, even when it's uncomfortable. As your family, you're like you used to always let that happen, and now you're just gonna put a halt to it. Like, it can really be kind of a hard conversation, but I'm telling you, once you have it, your relationships will be so much more mature and so much better. Like, me and my siblings are so much better. There's so much love and it's just amazing now, whereas before it was so hectic and like it was not the best. And I'm the middle child, and we have gaps. So usually they say you want to have your children close to each other, right? Like 1-2 years apart. We are like 5 and 7 years gap. So because of that, it caused so much just highs and lows, because we're all at different points in our lives and we see the world differently, and we're at different maturity levels. And then, so because of that, it was a little harder, but eventually as we got older, we communicated our boundaries. I would tell them, I don't like when you do this. I don't like when you do this. Please don't do this. Or I don't know if I can continue like showing up. You know what I mean? And then that was that. And then people respect you once you set your boundaries, even with family, friends, and especially romance. Like, you're going to spend the rest of your life with this one person and have babies with them and be with them every single day, like day in and day out. Like, you want to make sure that person knows your boundaries and respects you, so they never cross something and then make you feel like you're less than, that you're not the most special person in the world, right? You don't want someone to be hurting you when it's supposed to be like your best friend, like your partner in life. Like, and the only way that you can prevent them from hurting you is simply just communicating and telling them exactly what hurts you and exactly what you don't like. And if you didn't do that and they did that, you can't really just blame them. You have to blame yourself for not letting them know ahead of time. You know what I mean? And then if some people are just like, it's so obvious that that's a boundary, they're just doing like way out of boundary things, then you already know that person just is not the best person, because they like to inflict pain on others. And that's not even a person to even continue talking to. You know what I mean? There's certain boundaries that you have to communicate. There's certain boundaries that are just like, everyone knows, you know what I mean? Like, don't like hit someone, like things like this. Like, there's certain things that like you don't need to actually communicate that. They should already know. And if they don't, that's scary. And I think that you should just, there's so many fish in the sea, like move on to another person. You know what I mean? So each situation is different and unique. So just apply it to your own situations, but always communicate your boundaries in family, friendship, and romance. The theory question: do people feel your boundaries or your need? Do people feel that from you or your needs? Think about that deeply and kind of think about how you're projecting your energy in this world. Notice the difference. This is Thursday Theories video 5. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is the beginning. We're going to have a couple more I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get through all of it. If not, we're going to do the rest of them tomorrow. But this is our first sub-series of the series Built for Lasting Love. And this is Thursday Theories, and it's based on romance and relationships, all of these. So of course, these are theories, but from this, you can decide whether this is a theory or if this is a fact to you, that self-respect is more attractive than confidence. Depending how you see the world, you could think confidence is more attractive. Or from explaining all this, you now see how self-respect is more attractive. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.